step back in time to early Los Angeles. Long before the neon lights and sprawling freeways, this legendary city was a realm of dirt roads, cable cars, and endless parades. From the very first automobile in 1897 to the mammoth Long Wharf stretching into the Pacific, these rare vintage photos reveal the untold transformation of LA. You will not believe what downtown used to look like. Around 1892, residential homes on Orange Street, which later became Wilshire Boulevard, at Lucas Avenue. Look at the Shadow family residence at the northwest corner, right next to the Johnson family house. That tall light pole on Lucas Avenue was one of Los Angeles's earliest electric streetlights, standing 150 feet tall, around 45 meters. In the foreground, electric streetcars are running on Route number 7, carrying passengers from downtown straight to West Lake. 1892, a view looking toward the northwest corner of Lucas Avenue and Orange Street, later known as Wilshire Boulevard. It shows two Queen Anne-style houses, one belonging to George R. and Clara Shadow on the right and Orson Thomas Johnson on the left. Both houses were built around 1892. Around 1887, a panoramic view of Bellevue Road, now Bellevue Avenue, a section that would later become part of Sunset Boulevard, and the Robinson Mansion right after it was built, looking north from Fort Hill. You can see the J.W. Robinson Mansion on top of the hill, located on Teed Street near Bellevue Avenue. Teed Street was named after Freeman G. Teed, who served as Los Angeles city clerk and city council president during the 1880s and 1890s, as well as a real estate investor. Around the 1890s, a panoramic view of Elysian Heights. On the left, a woman is standing with 3 children sitting in front of her on a grassy hill. Bellevue Avenue, which later became Sunset, stretches from the lower right to the center left. The Robinson Mansion sits on top of the hill in the distance, right across from Teed Street. North Hill Street runs away from Bellevue on the other side of the Robinson Mansion. Around 1895, a view looking northwest from Fort Moore Hill. The beautiful Victorian mansion on the right was purchased by Mrs. Julia S. Ford after the sudden death of J.W. Robinson in 1891. The prominent road running from the middle left down to the lower center, partly hidden by the slope of Fort Moore Hill, is Bellevue Avenue, sometimes called Bellevue, which later became Sunset Boulevard and ultimately West Cesar A. Chavez Avenue. Around 1900, a view of Sonoratown looking north from Fort Moore Hill along Castelar Street, now Hill Street. The Julia S. Ford Mansion, formerly the J.W. Robinson Mansion, can be seen on top of the hill to the left, overlooking Castelar Street on the right, which stretches into the distance. Bellevue, now Bellevue, a section that later became part of Sunset Boulevard, lies at the bottom of the frame, running from right to left. This 2-story Victorian home sits on Teed Street near Bellevue Avenue. 1890, a view of homes along unpaved Castelar Street, now Hill Street, looking north from Sunset Boulevard in Sonoratown. On the left side of the street, you can see a low 1-story adobe home and a taller craftsman-style home, along with a windmill and a cluster of trees. On the right, a single-story home is partially hidden by foliage. In the distance, a tall mast-like tower appears in the center right, one of Los Angeles's first electric streetlights, standing 150 feet high. Around 1999, 3 men are relaxing in front of a low, pitched-roof adobe home at the corner of Castelar Street, now Hill Street, in Sonoratown. A few more homes are visible along Castelar Street, where a wide dirt road stretches all the way to the horizon. A horse-drawn carriage is parked on the side of the road. 1890s, a view looking east on Castelar Street near Sunset Boulevard. A woman stands in front of a long adobe building featuring two open doorways. Non-adobe homes enclosed by wooden fences sit on both sides. A water tower and windmill can be seen in the center background. The tall building on the upper right with three small towers is the Sunset Hotel, located at 703 San Fernando Street, later North Spring Street. The city's residential area is visible, set against distant mountains on the left. 1890s, a view of the flagstone patio and porch of an adobe restaurant on the 600 block of North Spring Street in Sonoratown. More adobe buildings, which may be shops or residences, can be seen across the street. The three-story building in the distance is the San Fernando Hotel, located at 700 North Spring Street. 1895, North Broadway, formerly known as Buena Vista Street, looking north from Sunset Boulevard in the area known as Sonoratown. You can see adobe buildings lining the street, including a branch of P. Ballad House, a saloon located at 207 North Buena Vista Street. 1890s, on the left is the Pico House, with the Plaza Church in the center. Fort Hill rises in the distance, featuring the homes of William Wills and Mrs. Phineas Banning, along with the tower of Los Angeles High School. 1894, a view of the Plaza Church looking north from Pico House on Main Street. This is the parish church of Los Angeles and was never a mission church. A woman is holding a small child in front of the church. The surrounding area was named El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de los Ángeles del Río de Porciuncula, meaning the town of Our Lady, the Queen of the Angels of the Porciuncula River, modern-day Los Angeles. A chapel, La Iglesia de Nuestra Señora Reina de los Ángeles, was later built and dedicated on December 8, 1822, and for many years was considered the only Roman Catholic church in the pueblo. It is the oldest church in the city of Los Angeles. 1895, a view of Governor Pio Pico's office, situated between the old Plaza Fire Station on the left and the Pico House on the right, directly across from the plaza. The prominent towers of the Baker Block can be seen in the distance. Pio de Jesus Pico was the last governor of Alta California under Mexican rule. 1890s, a view of Main Street looking northeast. You can see the Plaza, Pico House, and the Merced Theater. A sign above the theater reads Barker and Allen, Furniture and Carpets. A horse-drawn carriage and a cart are parked in front of Pico House. 1890s, a panoramic view of two railroad bridges at Arroyo Seco in Pasadena. Arroyo Seco, meaning dry stream in Spanish, is a 24.9-mile seasonal river, canyon, watershed, and cultural area in Los Angeles County. It is one of the tributaries of the Los Angeles River, explored by Gaspar de Portola in late summer and autumn 1770. He named the stream Arroyo Seco because of all the canyons he had seen, this canyon had the least amount of water. 1895, a panoramic view of Garvanza, a sparsely populated settlement with trees and a bridge under construction in the foreground, spanning north across the Arroyo from Highland Park. As one of the oldest settled areas in Los Angeles, Highland Park is also one of the most scenic, thanks to its location along Arroyo Seco, nestled between Mount Washington, the San Rafael Hills, and the Monterey Hills. 1895, a photo of the first electric streetcar running across Arroyo Seco near the Cowston Ostrich Farm on March 7, 1895, operated by the Pasadena and Los Angeles Electric Railway Company. A view showing several people kayaking and enjoying the calm waters of the lake in Hollenbeck Park. A boathouse can be seen on the right along the shoreline. A small island, Bamboo Island, sits in the middle of the lake, and further out, an arch bridge is partially visible behind the lush foliage. Around 1935, tall palm trees lining the street surrounding Hollenbeck Park. In the 1950s, the Golden State Freeway was built along the western boundary of Hollenbeck Park. 1893, members of the Los Angeles Athletic Club pose in front of the building for a group photo. The club was located at 226 South Spring Street in the Stowell Block. A young man in the front center is wearing a chest full of medals. Around 1910, before Exposition Park, Los Angeles had Agricultural Park at this exact location, right here. This photo shows the entrance gate from Wesley Avenue. Around the 1890s, a horse racing day at Agricultural Park, taken before 1900. The clubhouse building stands in the background. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, the city's most powerful families moved into this area, but they disliked the horse racing and gambling that came with it. As a result, this racetrack was transformed into the famous Exposition Park Rose Garden today. 1893, the Great Cable Incline connected Rubio Pavilion at the bottom to Echo Mountain at the top. In this photo, one of the black incline cars named Rubio is parked at the bottom with passengers on board and others waiting nearby. On the left, a trolley car brings passengers to the station from Mountain Junction. Around 1893, an elevated view of Southern Pacific Railroad's Mammoth Wharf, Port of Los Angeles, California. This pier was formerly known as the Old Santa Monica Long Wharf, north of the canyon. You can see white smoke rising from a train traveling along the tracks toward the main business area at the end of the wharf. 1893, a panoramic view of Long Wharf stretching from the beach to its very end, nearly a mile away. Notice the railroad turntable in the lower right corner. A horse-drawn carriage sits on the beach between the train cars and the wharf. Empty train cars sit on a bridge crossing a canyon. 1893, a view of restaurants on North Beach seen from Hotel Arcadia. Signs on the restaurants read Hot and Cold Lunches, Eckert and Hopf, Anheuser-Busch Lager Beer, Pavilion Restaurant, and John Whelan's Lager Beer. The Santa Monica Bathhouse can be seen behind the John Whelan sign, with an outdoor bandstand on the cliff above, now part of Palisades Park, and Long Wharf is visible in the distance. 1890, a duck hunting scene in the area now known as Marina del Rey. Before it was developed into a small craft harbor, the land where Marina del Rey stands was a saltwater marsh fed by Bayona Creek fresh water frequented by duck hunters and a few others. Burton W. Chase, a member of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors, called this area mud flats, though today it would be more accurately called wetlands. Around 1900, a view looking east shows a smartly dressed man holding his shoes while standing knee-deep in the Playa del Rey Lagoon. Located about 2 miles south of Kinney's Venice of America resort, Playa del Rey was once the mouth of the Los Angeles River centuries ago. But after the river changed course to empty into San Pedro Bay, it left behind a quiet lagoon over 2 miles wide and 1.5 miles long, with a small freshwater stream flowing to the sea along Bayona Creek. 1897, a view looking north on Flower Street from Pico Boulevard. A cable car is running along the dirt road with a second set of tracks on the left, passing a church on the right. Boardwalks line both sides of the street. On the left, a post and rail fence encloses what looks like a chicken coop and a small pasture. Around 1890s, a Chinese New Year parade in Los Angeles, Chinatown. A dragon winds down the dirt street while a few onlookers seem unimpressed. In the distance, you can see the second Los Angeles High School on Fort Moore Hill. Around 1890, a view looking south on Los Angeles Street showing hay wagons and commercial buildings along the street. On the right is the Arcadia block, home to the broom factory of the Los Angeles Printing Company. The Arcadia block was the first brick commercial building in Los Angeles. Around 1895, looking west on Arcadia Street from Los Angeles Street with Fort Moore Hill in the background. The three-story Jeanette block sits on the northwest corner of Arcadia and Los Angeles Streets, with Sanchez Alley running right behind it to the plaza at Republic Street. This photo was misidentified. Aliso Street did not extend past Los Angeles Street. This is looking up Arcadia Street. 1894. A view looking northwest shows the very first La Fiesta de Los Angeles parade on Hill Street, just south of 5th Street in downtown Los Angeles. Spectators and horseback riders watch a parade float depicting the newly opened Mount Lowe Railway go by. On the left is 6th Street Park, later Central Park, and today known as Pershing Square. The large building with towers behind the tree line is Hazard's Pavilion on the northeast corner of Olive and 5th Streets. The Rose Mansion can also be seen on the hillside of Bunker Hill. 1900. Gentlemen and ladies riding horses parade in front of the Plaza Church during the Los Angeles Festival. Well-dressed crowds pack the sidewalks on both sides of the street. Leading the parade is Francisco Figueroa. The young girl in black on horseback in the foreground is Katie Abbott, daughter of Merced Abbott of the Merced Theater. Around 1896, a view of the Delaware Hotel on Broadway looking south between 5th and 6th Streets, which later became the Dalton Theater. A group of 9 people are riding bicycles past the front of the building, featuring signs that read Delaware Elegantly, First Class Delaware Restaurant, Cleveland and Envoy Bicycles, and Wheels for Rent. Behind a few trees, you can see the Spring Street School and the spire of the First Baptist Church. 1897, the very first automobile in Los Angeles, built for J. Philip Erie, who was driving the car, a resident of Los Angeles at the time. The first automobile in Southern California appeared in 1897, built in a shop on 5th Street in Los Angeles by S.D. Sturgis for J. Philip Erie. Erie became the first person to drive an automobile on Los Angeles streets. By 1904, there were 1,600 automobiles on Los Angeles streets, with speed limits of 8 miles per hour in residential areas and 6 miles per hour in commercial areas. Sitting in the back seat was William H. Workman, father of Los Angeles Mayor Boyle Workman. Around 1894, an early view of Echo Park Lake looking northwest. The dirt road running along the bottom half of the photo is Montana Street, which later became Echo Park Avenue. Trees and farms are scattered across the landscape, and a man can be seen near the bottom. Around 1898, a view looking north on Main Street at 4th Street. On the northeast corner is the Westminster Hotel. On the northwest corner sits the Van Nuys Hotel. On the southwest corner, on the left, stands the Hellman Block, the future site of the Farmers and Merchants Bank. From muddy streets to bustling metropolitan avenues, Los Angeles grew from a quiet western town into a world-famous metropolis. These historic moments captured over a century ago, show us the humble beginnings of a city that shaped modern America. If you loved this nostalgic journey through old LA, please like, subscribe, and share this video. Tell us in the comments which photo surprised you the most. Thank you for riding along with Old Photo History. If you love exploring the past with us, a small tip via Super Thanks would be a huge motivation, going a long way in helping us discover and produce even more engaging historical content.